today I'm back to film my Pan That Palette update number 8. So this month went pretty well. I did make some really significant progress with my shadows, but I know that if I would have tried a lot harder, I would have made a lot more. And I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but I feel like I made a lot of this progress towards the beginning of the month, and then towards the end I just kind of tapered off and didn't use as much. So this is now what my Naked palette looks like. I have pan on 3 shadows showing, and I have 2 shadows that don't have pan, but I am down to 5 shadows. So I'm more than halfway done with the palette. It really, honestly, just blows my mind that this is all gone. Like, I look at this and I'm not even gonna lie, I am really sad. I miss some of the shadows. Just the other day I was thinking about how much I miss Naked and Buck, Sidecar, Sin. Oh, I miss some of those shadows. So I am really bound and determined to finish this so that way I can get a new Naked palette because I miss those shadows and I want them back in my life. But as you can see, the shadow I finished this month is Smog. I feel like that's really not much of a surprise, but this went very, very, very fast. And the reason it went really fast is because I've been pairing it with 2 different shadows. Smog I paired a lot with Cognac from my MAC Warm Eyes set, which I will talk about here in a minute. And I also actually paired it with Gunmetal. When I first paired these 2 together, I didn't like them at all. And I think that's because I was just really stuck on the way that Gunmetal and Sidecar look together. It's just my favorite combination. And this was definitely a lot warmer, and I just kind of didn't know if I liked it. And I didn't love it, obviously, as much as Sidecar and Gunmetal together, but it wasn't a bad combo either. So I paired those a lot together, and then, like I said, Cognac from here as well I did pair together. But that was a lot towards the beginning of the month because I was wearing a lot of kind of my more coral lip colors, so I kind of wanted some more like bronzy stuff. So that was kind of where that got used. And Dark Horse I used a lot to kind of darken up my outer V, especially when I was wearing like Smog. I did actually use it a little bit with Smog and Gunmetal too, and it wasn't terrible, but I think it just kind of doesn't go as well with them. When I pair this color with Virgin, it almost takes on kind of a gray-brown effect, but when I paired it with those 2, you could really tell that it was more brown. So there is a little bit of progress there. I really only had a little bit of the side showing, but some of it crumbled, so I lost like a little tiny bit of it just to crumbling. But this one, I don't know, it might take me a while. I'm really hoping it'll go pretty fast, but it's kind of taken some time. Toasted, I have not hit pan on yet. I think I said last update I wanted to use this one a lot more, and I just kind of haven't because I did Smog. But I did wear this once, and this next month and the month after that, I'm going to be wearing this pretty consistently. Next is Hustle. Hustle, I don't think you're going to be able to tell, but this actually does have a little bit more pan showing. I use this more than once. I use this a handful of times, and I think just the fluffier brush, it just takes a little while to sometimes see the pan actually grow. So this one, I did use it quite a bit, but it's not really anything drastic. Creep, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. You can kind of see that really dark spot. That is a dip. I have just been concentrating my pencil brush there because using this to set liner and all that kind of thing, I just use a very skinny brush. So it does have a really good dip kind of going on, but I don't know, it's pretty hard to see. If I kind of angle it just right, you kind of can tell, but you can also kind of tell how thin Toasted is too when I do this. So this, I'm just going to keep going and just kind of setting it with liner. I do kind of need to start using it in other ways, but I really haven't figured out how else I want to use it. So I'm just going to keep using it to set liner and just really hope I finish it. Next is Gunmetal, and as you can see, Gunmetal is the newest one I've hit pan on. That one I'm just pairing it with different shadows and stuff. It's gotten pan. Plus this one I just feel like I have to kind of use a lot because it keeps getting hard pan. So when it gets hard pan, then I kind of have to like push my brush in and kind of like scrape off like the hard pan and then kind of get to the stuff underneath. And then before I know it, it has like hard pan again, and it's, I don't know. It's just really kind of frustrating with this one. So I'm glad to have hit pan on it because I'm really hoping it'll go a lot faster now. I've been dying to wear cool toned stuff and kind of more, been dying to wear mauve stuff and cool toned stuff. So I feel like Toasted and Hustle and Gunmetal will go pretty well this month. Like, they should be going pretty well. So that is where this is at. For next month, I'm trying to think goals wise. I would really like to have Pan showing on Toasted. Dark Horse, I would like to be close to finishing it, if not finished with it. Gunmetal, I want the Pan to grow. Hustle, I kind of want the Pan to grow. And then Creep, just to be closer to hitting Pan. If I hit Pan, that's great, but otherwise I would just like to be close to hitting Pan. So that is kind of my goal with my Naked palette for this next month. Now onto my MAC Fabulousness Warm Eyes. This too has had a pretty, I guess, drastic change this month. This one is now officially like halfway finished as well because I finished Honesty, so that bronzy shadow is gone. I paired that a lot with a bronze shadow from the Anastasia Catwalk palette, but I like to just kind of put that all over the lid and then blend out my crease with like a fluffy brush a little bit, and it was just a nice quick summer look. So that one I'm glad is gone. Plus, because it was another shadow that got a lot of hard pan and it wasn't very pigmented, I always had to use a lot of product to actually get it to show up. So that's kind of where the Anastasia shadow came in, because that one is just so buttery and smooth and you just really don't need a lot of product. So that is what that looks like. As you can tell, Cognac, it was hitting pan last time and now it's like half finished, maybe a little less than half finished. With that one I paired with Smog. I actually paired it with another shadow from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette the last like 2 weeks, and it was really pretty, so that I might kind of keep up too, because I definitely want to finish Cognac by next month. And then this is going to be kind of hard to tell too, but Sketch does have a dip kind of going on. So that as well, I kind of want to hit pan on it. It might be a little hard to use, but I think I'm going to mix Sketch with Hustle next month and put like Toasted on the lid, and then kind of mix Sketch and Hustle together and put that like in the outer V. Plus I've been kind of, like I said, wanting to wear cooler tones and more mauve-y stuff, so like something like I have on today, I could kind of pop Sketch into like my outer V and just darken it up just a little bit, but it really does help you kind of work through the product a little bit more. And plus, with it being fall pretty soon, I will definitely be wearing Sketch a lot more. So that is my MAC Fabulousness Warm Eyes. I think I've said in past videos I'm not going to talk about the Anastasia Catwalk one, but I will kind of just show you guys what it looks like quick, because this is probably going to be my Pan That palette for next year. So that is what it looks like. I am working on panning 2 shadows of it for my Project Pan. So there's the light pink shadow that has pan showing, and then also this one up here. It's a brighter pink with kind of a gold shift. It has just like a little bit of pan showing. So that is where that one is at. So that is everything for my Pan That palette update. I'm really excited for next month. I feel like I'm so close to the end and I just cannot wait to be done. The only thing that does worry me is I have September, October, November, and a little bit of December till the end of December. So I have 4 months left, but I have 5 shadows in here, 2 in my MAC Warm Eyes thing. So I'm a little worried because I do definitely need to finish more than 1 shadow a month. And that's just kind of a little nerve-wracking. So I'm very excited because I feel like I'm very close to being finished, but I'm nervous because there's still quite a bit of ways to go. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.